Hi, welcome to Hope's Tiny Temple. I'm Hope, and this is my tiny temple, my tiny home. Today, that's what I'm going to be talking about, and specifically about minimizing my wardrobe. So, before we even bought the tiny house, we were living at my grandparents in a small basement apartment, and we've had many small apartments. This was just one of them. I had a old colleague come over. She had been starting a new business. She has a tiny home, and she was starting a business to help people minimize and begin their journey of tiny living. And she's still doing this. The Giving Tree, Bianca Metz. She's doing amazing at it. I'm so happy for her. So she came over to our home and was helping us out. And one of the things she recommended was to create a capsule wardrobe. And if you don't know what that is, that's having, I want to say, like 30 to 40 items of clothing in totality for that season. So when she told me about this and kind of showed me some examples and like talked to me about hers, I thought like that was awesome, and oh yeah, maybe I could try that. And so I made a plan, and I got all my clothes out, and I was doing the whole Marie Kondo, does this bring me joy? Yes, okay, I'll keep it, and no, all right, donate or toss, wherever it needs to go. And then at the end of that, I kind of broke things up and like made a list, like, okay, I'm gonna have this many shirts and this many pants and this many, all, all the things, dresses, whatever. And at the end of that, I had this beautiful plan, and it was all ready, and I kind of started. And then I realized, actually, I still have quite a lot of clothes, and I don't want to get rid of them. It's not my style. And so I didn't. And so I live in a tiny home, and I don't have a capsule wardrobe. And, I've given up and changed a lot of things in my life to live in this new way that I had always wanted to live. But one of the things that I value is my form of self-expression through what I wear. And with the capsule wardrobes, one of the main things is also having more muted and neutral tones. Some people do add like, reds and navies and stuff like that, but for the most part, it's like very muted tones. I like to really wear a wide variety of clothing to express myself, and sometimes I express myself through clothing to align with my chakras and energetics, or how I would like to feel that day, or for a certain event, or if it's someone's birthday and I know it's that their favorite color, I'll wear that kind of shirt and that kind of thing, which might seem silly to some, but that's how I like to express myself sometimes. And so we had to figure out space because we didn't really have it, especially before where I am right now was built, which is kind of an extension or addition to our home, which my husband built when he finished it when I was 37 weeks pregnant. But prior to that, we were all in the main tiny home in a loft bedroom with all of our clothing up there, and definitely wasn't ideal. It was all kind of just shoved into this one like shelf with no shelves. I don't know, like a wooden container, I guess. He had one and I had one, and our son had one. Well, his was on the other side, and it was more organized than ours. Ours was kind of just like one area, and I kind of just put piles of clothes next to each other, and that was that. And it worked. It was fine. It's definitely not ideal. Anyways, so now I'm still using the same thing, but now there's shelves, so that's cool. And it's in our new bedroom, which is even cooler, more space and more organization. So we figured it out. That is something that I valued. We made it work. And that's kind of what you have to do for tiny homes, figuring out what is important to you and how you can make space for that in your house and how you can make it work. and make it flow nicely so it's not super crowded. So that's what we did. And I also did that with books too. I'll probably do a whole nother episode on my books, but for now, we'll talk about clothes. So I will show you. Okay, so this is our new wardrobe system that we have going on, and still not ideal, but it works for us. It has space for all of our clothes. Baby's clothes up here, my clothes are down here, my husband's are up there, more baby clothes and sheets up there, our eldest boy's clothes here, and some more baby sheets and blankets and such there and up there. So we have all of our clothes here in an open shelf system, and I like it. It works for us right now. It's perfect. It fits everything I need, and I mean, it's really not very big. It's much smaller, and I have definitely got rid of a lot of clothing. So I've definitely minimized and embraced all that still, but not to the extreme of having a capsule wardrobe. So we had wardrobes, and we had a big beautiful bed and all of that stuff, and when we went tiny we got rid of most of that stuff, and some of it was stuff that I dreamed about having. Like, I had my dream bed, a beautiful like country cottage white wooden queen size bed that I wanted for so long, and I finally had it, and I had it for about 2 years before we went tiny. And then when we went tiny, it was just there was no way it would fit. Obviously, we were in a loft bedroom, so we sold it and we got some money and we put it towards the house. And now we have just our mattress on the bed. What's it called? Bed spring. Here on the floor, which works because we co-sleep, so the mattress isn't too close to the floor, too far from the floor, for moisture, and if any of the children fall out of bed. So that works perfect. But I had to say goodbye to my beautiful bed frame, and surprisingly, I was completely fine with it. Like, no attachment. Something I wanted so bad, I got rid of, and that was fine. And it actually felt really freeing to be able to get rid of all of this stuff that we had that I thought I needed so badly, and I thought, oh, this will make me happy when I have that, and it did for a short period of time. But you know what? Having this home with my family makes me happier than anything ever could. And I'd say that's the biggest thing I've taken from the minimizing journey and tiny home journey is things don't matter. Having the nicest this or that, or all the clothes, or all of that really doesn't matter at the end of the day, as long as you have your family. That is what brings true joy, being present and living slowly and intentionally and mindfully with my family, not being distracted by all these things we don't have and that we want, and all of the all of all of that stuff. Letting go of that, which I mean, it's still a process that I'm going through. Like, we live in the modern world, so consumerism and all of that is all around us always. But we're on that journey, and definitely creating more stillness, more presence, and intentionality within my family, and that I love, and I'm so grateful to be on that path with them. Thank you for watching. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.